Now we're so excited. By the way, guys, I'm not this tall. I just really want to showcase this art. I want to make sure I can see it. We're happy to welcome St. Louis artist Dave Ruggieri here, who will be participating in Arts Fest this weekend. Thank you so much for coming all the way here.
Thank you very much for having me. This is great. Very exciting stuff.
This is wonderful. Okay, you've got a great story. First of all, you were an art major.
I was an art major in college when I first started about 100 years ago. And I think I went to school with Rick Springfield. We were talking about how.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
No. We'll take it, though.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
And so, so I quit art school, and then I hitchhiked to Alaska. I worked on a fishing boat, and this is all pre-reality show days, right?
I was going to say, you need to write a movie about your life.
You
I do. I didn't know if I would watch it, right? It's more interesting just talking about it in bars and things. So, but then I got a master's and a PhD, and then in the last 10 years, I came back to art because I just really miss it, and I think it's important, and it's just one of those things that I have to do, and I want to kind of share it and tell a message and tell a story, and hopefully, you know, put some paintings up on people's walls and have them enjoy it.
And what you love is the graffiti culture. You kind of have your experience from that.
Yes, and when I was in art school, graffiti was just a huge influence on me. And those artists, you know, there's Keith Haring and Cause and a bunch of different artists that's really made that movement something special. And and what's really great about it is you can just see art anywhere, right? You're driving down the road, and some of the stuff is just incredibly beautiful and really, intricate. And I mean, these are talented people, right? And there's always a debate on, is it vandalism or is it art? But at least it's there for everyone to see, just driving down the road. People can experience art just on a daily basis.
So can we just talk about your art? We just took a beautiful close-up of this fish. I don't know if it's a trout or what. I don't know if
that is a sockeye salmon. And,
see, I would not have guessed that.
Exactly. And so that piece I really like because that's actually acrylic paint, and it's on a 1960s topographical map. So,
I love that.
Yeah, so, and it just kind of, I use a lot of bright colors. I try to bring graffiti into nature and things like that. And with this other piece with Save Bristol Bay, Bristol Bay is a bay up in Alaska, and there's a huge debate now about mining, and mining copper and gold out of the bay, and half of the world's sockeye salmon come from this Bristol Bay. And, in addition to the environmental impact that this would have, there's also thousands of jobs in fishing and canneries and things like that. And so, so proceeds from that print actually go to the Bristol Bay, Save Bristol Bay Fund.
Okay, where are you going to be this weekend? You're going to be at Arts Fest this weekend.
Yes.
Where are you going to be located so people can come by and see?
I'm in booth 108, and it's on Walnut Street. So come down to Arts Fest. It's the 40th Arts Fest that they've had, which is impressive, and it's a great time. It's everything's kind of getting back to our new normal, right?
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be nice, and at least on Saturday I can see the
right.
weather behind us, and that's kind of depressing. But on Saturday it's supposed to be beautiful. So come on out, look at some art. People can start an art collection for just a couple $100, and and you can have something on your wall that's completely unique, and it just kind of brighten up the room.
And Dave, as we're panning over to your art, we're seeing some of it. You have a series too, the animal series. Can you tell us about that? Because we're looking at some of them right now.
Yeah. So, and then the one that's on the screen, that's the Amur leopard, and that's the rarest cat in the world. And there's less than 100 of them in existence in the wild. And because of the degradation of the environment and hunting, these numbers have decreased, and it's it's just important to know about our resources and to know that we can do things to help, and education's a big part of it. And same with the rhino. The rhino one is there are no black rhinos in the wild. They're extinct in the wild, so they only exist now on reservations and conservation areas. And they showed a picture of the monarch butterfly. We're even messing up the monarch butterflies environment. So yeah, so now they're endangered. So it's just little things people can do. Plant a garden. Get some flowers that attract butterflies and things like that. Right? It's nothing. Huge changes. Just little changes can really help.
By the way, speaking of, there was a a bee stuck in my house the other day, and I was so paranoid about bees and
Oh,
their extinction.
right.
I shoot it out the door because I was
That's
like,
right, that's
I'll
good.
do the same thing with
Yeah,
butterflies
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Right,
It's-
exactly.
But what you're doing is you're bringing awareness through your art, which I
right.
think is so important because I didn't know about the butterfly situation.
didn't either.
And I didn't know there was 100 of those cats.
I know.
It's amazing.
You
I know. It's really amazing. And conservation does work. I know it's controversial because there's always a trade-off, right, between progress and you know, saving some trees or animals and things like that. But it does work. In Missouri, for example, back in the 20s, there were only 400 deer in the entire state of Missouri because of overhunting. So, but due to conservation efforts, there are now 1.5 million deer
That's
roaming
amazing.
around. So.
Yeah.
Also, Dave, I love this middle
center.
painting over here because that's my style. I like pop
Right.
art, and I know there's Air Jordans.
Right.
Where do you find your inspiration for these?
So I like art that tells a message, but I also like things that are just cool. And you know, and those Air Jordans are just iconic. And you know, they're just part of, you know, when I was growing up. I had a pair of Air Jordan 1s when I was in high school. I wish I still had them. I could probably retire early.
You
Yeah, you
probably could.
Right.
Yeah, if we only knew earlier.
Right. But, you know, the inspiration comes from a lot of different things. I mean, it just comes from different colors and different shapes and things like that.
So, Dave, you're going to be at Arts Fest.
Yes.
If somebody wants to get a hold of you or find your art,
Right.
where can they go and find you?
So I have a website, davidruggieri.com. You can go there. I'm also on Instagram at @Dave_Ruggieri. And send me an email, and happy to talk about anything. You know, we talked about, you know, I do commissions.
Yeah.
I have, you know, a bunch of paintings on the website, and I do some prints as well.
Oh, this is going to be
Thank
great.
you.
Go see him at Arts Fest this weekend, and I think you should tell your story and all the things you've done on one big canvas.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be a big canvas.
Yes, it
that would be a big, confusing canvas.
All right, we'll be back with lots more fun after this.
Okay, now I'm going to not be so tall. I feel awkward, guys. Sorry, I'm just looking at
Thank you.
art.
Oh, yeah.
I love it
Thank
so
you
much.
very much. I appreciate
And these
it.
are available this week. People can buy these, right?
Yes, these are